Namaste and welcome back to today's episode of Mahabharata Matters. In the previous episode, we saw that Kichaka was slain by Bhima. Everyone in the city was shocked. Kichaka was extremely powerful. To kill him in such a fashion was not possible for a mere mortal, they thought. They all knew Draupadi was married to Gandharvas, and Draupadi had told the guards that her husband had killed Kichaka. Queen Sudeshna was very shocked to hear this as well. Kichaka and Sudeshna had 105 stepbrothers. They were known as Upakīchakas. They were all extremely powerful as well. They all came to see Kichaka at his funeral. They were all wailing for the loss of their brother. At that time, they saw Draupadi there. They were enraged to see her. They knew she was the cause for the death of their brother. Some of them said, "Let us tie her up and burn her along with Kichaka." She was the cause for his death, they screamed. They asked King Virata permission to burn her along with Kichaka. Virata was too weak. Upakīchakas were extremely powerful. He did not say a word. The Upakīchakas tied up Draupadi to a cart and started wheeling her along with the body of Kichaka towards the funeral. Draupadi was helpless. She needed help immediately. Before going into Ajñātavasa, the Pandavas had decided on code names for each one of them. If ever Draupadi needed to call them, she was to use those names. What were they? Those names were Jaya, Jayesha, Vijaya, Jayatsena and Jayadbala. She screamed out using these names. She called them out for help. Bhima, who was in the proximity, had heard her. He replied right back. He called out and told her, "I am coming. Do not fear." He had to act quickly. When he killed Kichaka, it was night. Nobody saw him. But now it was broad daylight. He had no choice but to come out to help her. There were 105 Upakīchakas. He could not afford to let anyone see him or identify him. If anyone saw him, he had to kill them. He attacked them unexpectedly. His surprise attack had already demoralized the Upakīchakas. Moreover, they thought this was a Gandharva that they were fighting. They panicked. Like a whirlwind, Bhima uprooted all the 105 Upakīchakas and killed them all. After that, he untied the ropes of Draupadi and went away as if nothing had happened. Sudeshna came there and saw all the 105 stepbrothers too killed now. Everyone was spellbound. They feared to see Draupadi. At first, Kichaka was dead. Now all the 105 Upakīchakas had also been killed. It must have been her Gandharva husbands who had done the feat. Everyone started to tell Sudeshna that they better send her away. Trembling with fear, Queen Sudeshna came to Draupadi. She requested her to please go away from their kingdom. They were afraid that she may bring harm to the rest of their family too. Draupadi consoled her. She said she had warned them of this outcome. Kichaka had not listened and hence had been killed. She said Sudeshna had nothing to worry about. She pleaded her that she needed to stay in their kingdom for another 13 days. In 13 days' time, the curse of her husbands would be lifted. She would go away with them after that. She pleaded Sudeshna to allow her to stay there for another 13 days. Having no choice, Sudeshna agreed to it, and at the same time, she begged Draupadi not to bring any harm to her and her family. So, what are our takeaways from this story? Similar to the previous one, dependence makes one weaker. The Pandavas too were dependent on King Virata to keep their Ajñātavasa. Hence, they had to bear the brunt of the weak king in front of his commander-in-chief. Bhima had yet again done his job and gone away as if nothing had happened. Reminder again that recognition is not as important as getting the job done. With these thoughts, we come to the end of today's episode. Remember, in this series, we are discussing matters of Mahabharata because even today, Mahabharata matters. Hari Om.